Oh baby, you wanna make some cute, cheap Valentine's Day gifts and give them to yourself? Then you're gonna love today's episode. Ma'am. Oh! Welcome back to Laugh Cry DIY. I am Katie, this is Baguette, and today we are celebrating Valentine's Day. I love Valentine's Day, I love Valentine's Day decor, I love Valentine's Day parties, and most importantly, I love making myself cute Valentine's Day. So today we're gonna go over 3 cheap, easy, simple crafts, all using my favorite thing in the world, clay. All 3 of these crafts are super functional, super cute. You can customize them however you want, and you can even make large batches to give to a bunch of different people. All right, let's start. All right, first thing we're gonna make today is a taper candle holder that is a go-to-bed candle holder. That's just the traditional kind of candle holder you see like in the Victorian era when like a ghost is walking around with that little handle. It's a go-to-bed candle. And lately I have been reading in the evenings by candlelight, and I wanna make a really cute one just for myself. So we're gonna start with a base, and we're just gonna roll that out into a simple circle. And I'm just using a simple vase to cut that in. Alrighty, so we have our little pancake. Next, I'm gonna make the little lip to go around it. You could do this in a few ways. You could like curl it up as you want, or you could do what I'm gonna do, which is just kind of build a little lip around it and kind of freestyle from there. So I'm just gonna roll this out, and I'm gonna smush that just a little bit. And we just really wanted to make sure that this was the even width and also thickness. And we have our little strip that we just made. And now I'm just gonna sit this right on top. I'm doing it right on the edge of the lip. And I'm just gonna blend the seams all over. So you just blend, blend, blend until it seems right to you. All right, so you can see it's like a cute little dish, almost looks like an ashtray. Next up, we're gonna make the little center part where the taper candle is gonna sit. And I'm just gonna do the same thing where I'm just rolling out a kind of even piece that I'm gonna cut. Alrighty, so we got a little piece like this, and then we're just gonna lightly wrap it around this little taper candle just to see if it fits. And we're gonna seal that together, and we're smoothing. It's a lot of smoothing, guys. It's just a lot of smoothing. Alrighty, boom. We're popping that little guy in. And I think I'll bake this as is, and then I might spackle in the little seams right around the edge just to smooth that out, but we just wanna make sure that the overall structure is there. All right, and lastly, the funnest, cutest, most Valentine's-y part of this, we're gonna make a little handle for the go-to-bed holder, but it's not gonna be a regular handle, it's gonna be a heart. Yes, I think it's the best idea I've ever come up with, and I think we can do it in a really cool way. So like everything else, we're gonna roll this guy out, push him flat, trim him up. All right, and then we're just gonna shape a little heart, and then it's just gonna hang off like right here on the edge. Do you see? It's so cute. Guys, it's so cute. All right, this baby's going in the oven. And we are back, and we are baked, and we are so cute. So I did go ahead and sand this down. You can see she's nice and smooth. We got our little handle looking cute, and she is ready to be painted. And I cannot figure out what I want to paint her. I think I might want to do some stripes. I don't know if that's a bad idea. I do think I'm gonna do a little two-tone something though, so we're gonna go with a light pink to start. All right, and I am going to wait to paint that handle because I think I'm gonna paint it a darker pink. I lied. I painted the whole thing pink, including the little handle. And now, I don't know why, and I don't know if it's gonna work, but I wanna do a little stripe pattern on it. All right, I'm gonna keep cleaning this up. I might tweak some of the design, I'm not sure, but it's mostly done, so let's move on. Next up, I absolutely adore little boxes of chocolate. I think they're so cute, and I love fake food, and also I need more magnets on my fridge. So I thought, what if I could make a cute little collection of chocolate truffle magnets? These are so easy, so simple, truly lazy girl proof. So I'm basically just taking 4 pieces of clay, because we're just gonna do 4 little cute little chocolates. And the key here is just to mix up the shapes. We're gonna paint them later, but you really just wanna do a few different interesting silhouettes. So we're gonna do one that is just a simple little circle. We're gonna do another that's like basically just a little cube. And I'm just using my little side of the ruler to like flatten the sides out. Still want it to be like slightly rounded, but still pretty normal. Okay, for this next one, I wanted to do like a cute little imprinted mold. And I realized that I have this little scallop spoon. So if you kind of pop it in there and mold it all around, then you can pull it out and it's like the cutest little imprint. And lastly, I'm just gonna do a simple like kind of diamond shape, just rolling everything into a ball and then flattening it and sort of just pushing it into that like round diamond shape. Honestly, these already all look totally delicious and they're almost done. We're just gonna add a few more details to make them look a little bit more realistic. So when they're like piping the chocolate, they usually do this like little pull at the end. So it has this like little drop pullback fin thing. What's it called, guys? I have no idea. So I'm just gonna add the tiniest little kind of like tail right there and like smooth that in so that it seems just like one of those little drops. And for this next little guy, I want it to look like there's been some drizzled piping on it. So I'm just rolling out the tiniest frosting drizzle here. And I mean like as tiny as humanly possible. And we're just gonna drizzle that on. Alrighty, honestly, I think they're good. They look absolutely delectable. I think they are ready to make their way to the oven. All right, and these beauties are back. They are beautifully baked. They are so cute. They look scrumptious and delicious. And it is paint time. And to do this paint, I created the most gorgeous chocolate palette, as you can see here. We have this luscious milk chocolate, rich dark chocolate. I did this kind of creamy white chocolate, and then we have some white for like frosting accents. And actually, because I mixed, I think a newer and an older clay, some of this has like kind of some marbling on it. So I think for the lighter ones, I'm gonna need to prime those first, and we're gonna have to deal with that later. Right now, we're gonna do our gorgeous milk chocolate. These look so scrumptious. I was painting this and I was thinking like, wait, why have they never made like scented paint? Because duh. Now, obviously we have to be really delicate in these details right here. When I worked at Godiva Chocolate, I did learn a lot about chocolate and the science of chocolate, and especially the fact that most chocolate has wax content in it because it makes it more shelf stable. Godiva did not have wax content, and therefore it was fancier and also would melt quickly and easily. That said, if I'm honest, I kind of like a waxy chocolate. I like a good old drugstore holiday chocolate, and I will fight children for them. Guys, sometimes because I'm in LA, sometimes when I'm working on really fine detail work, I always think, what would I do right now if an earthquake happened and then I just ruined this? Ooh, this is beautiful, but stresses me out. Things my husband says about me. Ooh, gorgeous. There's the thumbnail right there, guys. Okay. Okay, I did actually coat these other two in white primer first, and now I think they are ready to get hit with the white cream. All right, now we have some beautiful scrumptious magnets, and now we actually have to turn them into magnets. So I just have this simple 3M magnet tape. You could get other magnets, you could rip them off of other ones, you could hot glue them, whatever you want. These are very simple. You just cut them to size, stick them right on. So they have all been magneted, but there is one more thing I want to do to the little simple white chocolate truffle, and that is make it even more realistic by adding a very glamorous, very elegant dusting of cocoa powder. So to do this, I'm just using Mod Podge and a little brush, and I'm just gonna brush that Mod Podge kind of messily on the top, and then we're just gonna take a little bit of cocoa powder and a little strainer and sift it right on top. And it is so freaking cute. Now off camera, I am gonna spray sealer on these. I'm gonna do it for all the projects we're talking about today. It's just not an exciting step and I don't think you guys need to see it. But this is looking beautiful, it's looking gorgeous, it's looking very, very realistic. So we're gonna let that dry, coat it, and we're gonna move on. All right, and lastly, one thing I love about Valentine's Day is I love doilies. I think they're so cute. They're a little grandma chic, they're very fun. And I always thought like, oh, wouldn't it be so cute if you had kind of like a doily coaster or a little doily tray or like something that you could put down that would look like a doily, like a trivet or something like that. So I decided, what if we could make a doily out of clay and then it could just be a versatile little thing. You could put something on or put a candle on or whatever. All right, so that's what we're gonna do. And we're rolling her out. And we're gonna have to do this on a tray so that you can see the design a little bit better. First up, we're using a jar to cut her in a perfect circle. Next up, I want to add a little scalloped edge, just like many doilies have. And I was trying to think of something that would be a good like little cookie cutter to like create those edges. And I actually realized this is 3M magnet tape used for magnets. And it's kind of like flexible enough that I could just cut a little thin portion. And we're gonna use that as our little scalloped edge guide. Okay, I just cleaned up around the edges with an X-Acto knife, but you can see it has that cute little scalloped pattern. Now, mind you, you can make this to any size you want. You could do like a large tray, you could do a bunch of small little coasters, whatever you want. This is the size I'm going for. And you could actually get real doilies and use the imprint of them to create the texture and pattern, but we're not gonna do that because I don't have doilies. So instead, we're gonna create a faux lace pattern by stabbing this over and over and over in a bunch of different little dot patterns. And to do that, I'm just using a little dotting tool, but you could use a toothpick or like whatever you want. Now, I'm not gonna do the whole thing. I wanna have a solid base and then the little dotting around it. So what I'm gonna do is use a little base here to mark out where my center is gonna be. And then I'm just gonna use this little tool and I'm gonna dot all around it. This is so fun and soothing and relaxing. So I'm just gonna kind of freestyle around this circle with some different shapes and just see what comes out and kind of build out the doily effect. And I will need to go in after and kind of clean these up and dig them out more, but right now I'm just getting the basic kind of pattern on. And I'm mixing up shapes. In doilies, if you look at the white space, it's not actually like circles, it's more like diamonds and kind of like unusual oblong shapes in between the lace. So I'm kind of trying to think of it as a negative space and put in some interesting patterns around that. All right, guys, I'm cleaning this up right now and little Miss Baguette wants her attention. Oh my gosh, kind of busy right now. All right. I'm gonna clean this up more, but we're gonna throw it in the oven and we'll be back. And would you look at that? We are back. We are perfectly solid and it looks so freaking cute and realistic. I am gonna hit it with an extra coat of white paint just to make sure that it looks totally even in case anything was like discolored coming out. But I am gonna do that off screen because I don't think it's that exciting. But I do think that now, after crafting and claying and cutting and painting, you guys are finally ready for your very big, very exciting, very lovely reveal. All right, guys, well, that was today's project. I absolutely love these and I would love to make more for other people in the future. Honestly, one of my favorite parts of having this channel is getting to make cool stuff that I actually need and use and will put to use in my daily life. So I hope that gave you guys some fun inspiration for some things to do. If you like DIYs, if you like decor, if you like fun stuff, you can sign up for my newsletter, which is linked below. Every month I send out a roundup of fun DIY and decor inspiration. And if you've been watching for a while but haven't subscribed, go ahead and be my Valentine. Hit that subscribe button, make it a fish. And until next time, love you so much. Show the people your beautiful face. Do you love this? Okay, bye.